all you need to know, the Bloomberg Quint podcast that prepares you for the day's business. Good morning. With assembly election results being announced in 5 states today, everyone assumed that it was going to be a busy day on the political front. But we begin today with the spotlight shining squarely on the Reserve Bank of India and India's money markets. This is the daily morning update from Bloomberg Quint, and I'm Alex Matthew. Today is the 11th of December. In a shock move last evening, Urjit Patel, Governor of the Reserve Bank of India, resigned from his post with immediate effect, making him the first governor since 1990 to step down before his term ends. He cited personal reasons for the move, cutting short a term that would normally have extended till September next year. A government official told Bloomberg that the Reserve Bank of India governor had not informed the government before resigning, adding that India would appoint a governor as soon as possible. The money markets in particular will likely bear the brunt of the shock resignation. Already the 1-month forward contract for the dollar rupee was lower by about 1.6% at 72.75. The yield on the 10-year government bond, which has trended lower in the recent past, could also spike. It closed at 7.58% yesterday. The SGX Nifty, an early indicator of how equity markets will trade, was down 1.8% last I checked. The other big update from last evening is that a UK court allowed Vijay Mallya's extradition to India to face fraud and money laundering charges. The court found that he had made misrepresentations and said that it was a case of conspiracy to defraud, according to a Bloomberg report. The case will now be referred to the UK's Home Office. But there could still be procedural delays in his extradition. For all the details, look up the story on the website. Now, today is going to be a very busy day on the political front, as I already told you. We told you a bit about this yesterday, what to expect from the assembly elections in 5 states, the result of which are due today. The poll of polls suggests that the Congress could make a comeback in Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh, while it could be a neck-and-neck fight in Chhattisgarh. Live election coverage is available on the website and on our social media platforms through the day, so do stay tuned. On the international stage, faced with a defeat of her Brexit deal, UK Prime Minister Theresa May announced to the House of Commons that she would defer a vote that was scheduled to take place today and return to Brussels to seek assurances from European Union leaders. Her words, however, signal that she doesn't expect much of substance will be changed, nor would she indicate when the government will put her unpopular deal to a vote. Now, while other news items will take a bit of a backseat today, this one is still important, especially if you're close to retirement. Withdrawals made by subscribers of the National Pension Scheme at the time of retirement will be made tax-free. Those invested in the scheme can withdraw 60%, remember, at the time of retirement. This entire amount will be exempt from tax, according to a statement by the Ministry of Finance. The dates for the changes to come into effect will be notified later. In international markets, US stocks ended higher, with the S&P 500 and the Dow ending higher by 0.2 and 0.1% respectively. The Nasdaq climbed 0.7%. In Asia this morning, it's a bit of a muted start, with the Nikkei trading lower by 0.4%. With that, it's over to Darshan Mehta for the trade setup for the day in India. Good morning, Darshan. All eyes on the reaction to the RBI governor's resignation. How are we looking this morning?
Hi Alex, good morning. Good morning everyone. The US markets were down in intraday trade, but a V-shaped recovery was seen and the US markets ended with a positive bias. Europe ended with losses and it's a weak start for Asia as well. Crude was down over 3% overnight. Commodities on the LME were down, and the SGX Nifty is indicating a gap down of almost 150 points at this point of time. Even the Indian ADRs, ICICI Bank, Tata Motors, HDFC Bank, all of them were down almost over 5% in trade. The big news that came in was RBI Governor Urjit Patel resigning with immediate effect, citing personal reasons. The rupee 1-month NDF reacted. It depreciated by 1.6% to 72.75, and the reaction today on the SGX Nifty is something that you're seeing because of the consequences of what happened. The other important factor will be the election verdict that will come out today, and that is something that we will be watching out. Not too much stocks that you need to watch out for. First of all, Titagarh Wagons was awarded contract to manufacture and supply over 5,000 wagons to the Indian Railways. The order worth is 1,560 crores. Lupin receives tentative US FDA nod for the Epivaxen tablets. Zensar Technologies has selected as IT infrastructure partner by the European Bank for Reconstruction and Development. Navkar Corp and Electrosteel Steels have been moved into the ASM network. Adani Enterprises and Adani Power are the new stocks in the F&O ban, and UBS has initiated coverage on Avenue Supermarts with a sell and a target price of 950. But there's much more you need to know before trade actually starts. For that, log on to our website bloombergquint.com and click on the All You Need to Know tab, and you'll be prepared for morning trade.
Thanks, Darshan, and thank you all for listening in. Well, that's all we have for you on this podcast, but do remember that the coverage of the results of the assembly elections in 5 states are live through the day. Do stay tuned for all the live updates and also the analysis of the election results as they come in. This is Alex Matthews signing off. Have a lovely day.